Hey guys, how's it going? It's Pete on here. Welcome back to another review video. In this video, we are going to be looking at the Annapro A3 Max battery head strap for the 3S and the Quest 3. Now, what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to go over what this headset is claiming and advertising. I'm going to give you my thoughts, my pros, my cons. And I'm also going to let you know that I bought this out of pocket, so Annapro has not sent me this, so this is completely a non-biased review, okay? So anyways, let's get into this. First things I'm going to start off with is show you the headset, okay? So this is my Quest 3. This is kind of what the headset looks like. Typical standard Halo design, okay? Show it from all angles. We'll do a 360 view. Okay. So anyways, the headset itself comes with ice silk on the front, comes with faux leather on the back. It has a lot of adjustability options. It can go down quite a bit. It can go up quite a bit as well. It has a nice braided material charging cable for when you have the battery attached, and it also just easily slides on with the Quest arm. So out of the box, it's very easy to install. It comes all assembled in the box. This is actually attached. So really, you just take it out of the box, slide it on the arms, and it's installed instantly. So there's a pro there. It's easy to install the functionality. It's not hard to understand how this headset works, okay? Couple things I don't like about the design is, number one, I don't like the ice silk here. I find that the ice silk made my head feel hotter. They call it ice silk, but there's nothing icy about it. It's hot as hell when you start playing a very intense game like Beat Saber, whatever. It gets hot, right? So I found that this material just kind of absorbed sweat, and when you're kind of having friends over or you're with your family and you're swapping the headset over, it gets kind of gross having different amounts of sweat. And you can clean it, like spot clean it and stuff like that. I never really saw if there was a way to actually no, I take that back. You can actually rip off the Velcro and take it off. I can't believe I didn't notice that before. I tried the other day and I couldn't figure it out, and I didn't want to rip it just in case it was glued. But here's a pro. You can take it off and Velcro. There's Velcro. You can take it off and spot wash it. But again, when you're passing it between people, it just gets really gross. It gets really hot. There's no fan like the Bobo VR S3. So that would be kind of like the con I would have with the design and the materials they used. Not that this would be any better. I kind of feel like this would be just as hot, but at least if you're switching between people, it's easier to wipe down the faux leather than to wipe this down, because you're going to just get it more wet. Eventually it's going to stink. So I wish they kind of used a different material here. It is comfortable, but again, if you're using it just on your own, that's fine. But if you're somebody who's going to bring it over to a friend's house and you're going to swap it, you don't want to, okay? So anyways, guys, overall, the headset is good quality in terms of the build quality, the functionality. The materials are okay. I like this, not a fan of that. And then we have the battery. So Annapro advertises this battery as a 10,800 milliamp hour battery, which basically all they've done is taken two 5,400 batteries and put them together in one casing to give you that. If I'm not mistaken, I think the max you can get for these headsets is 10,000. So the fact that they say 10,800, I was kind of curious. And then when I emailed the support for the headset, they said it's two separate batteries. Okay, so that's how they kind of are able to advertise that. So anyways, the battery just basically pops on magnetically on the back, and they advertise that it can be switched either or, but we'll get into that in a second because I did notice some issues with the battery based on that. Now, overall design of the headset looks good, but let's get into some cons, and let's get into where I think they kind of missed the mark on this headset, because I feel like they're very close. Okay, I don't want this to be a negative video. the headset has, you know, been okay, but I think there's a few design flaws that they could, if they were to change, would make this a contender in the VR market, especially when it comes to headsets, because most people are going for Kiwi or Bobo anyways, right? I wasn't too sure about ANNAPRO. I was literally debating between this and the Bobo, and I bought this because it was a bit cheaper and it advertised a similar battery. And I'm new to VR, so I'm not really sure exactly what to look for in a headset. I just wanted longer playing time. So, con with this battery is the size. All right, I don't like the size. I don't like the shape of it. Like, it's a little creative. I get it that it, you know, they want it to wrap around. I like the blue lighting, but it's just too big. And because it's big, I really feel like once it's on my head, after a while, the weight of this battery weighs the headset down, and it puts a lot of pressure on my neck. So after some sessions of playing, I'm like, oh man, I think I need to go get a massage or something. So it's too heavy. Another issue I have with this battery, and other people have had this as well, I've seen it on the Amazon comments, is it doesn't charge fast enough. They're claiming here on the box 20-watt fast charging, and Amazon Quest recommends you have at least 18 amps. That's exactly what the cord is, the charging that comes with the headset. It's around just over 18 watts. So 20 watts is supposed to be super fast charging. I didn't notice that. And the weird thing is, when the headset or the battery is on the back of the headset with these dots upwards, it doesn't charge the headset. It says it's charging. So I'll put it on and I'll look at the, you know, the battery. It has a little lightning mark, but the percentage is still going down, and it's not going down like very gradually and slowly. It's going down pretty quickly. But then when I turn it this way and the dots are at the bottom and the USB-C is at the top, my battery percentage will hold on that percentage and it won't go down. So I'm like, what's going on here? Because if you look at it, the connections should go either way. They've advertised that. So there was a flaw with this battery. I also don't like the fact that because it's so heavy, sometimes it comes loose when you're gaming. And I'm not talking like when I'm playing a crazy session of Beat Saber or something like that. I'm literally talking about like I put it on and I'm in the menu and I can feel it coming loose, and the sound in the headset of the charging, you know, turning off and going on, turning off, going on, it gets really annoying. And so I have to turn it around a few times and then eventually it sticks. But, you know, sometimes it does it, sometimes it's fine. And I've checked if it's me, and I've taken off the headset and it looks like it's in there securely. The magnets have done what they need to do. So I think this is just a poor design of a battery. And another thing I'm not too happy about is ANNAPRO has support. I reached out to them via email and I said, listen, can you send me another battery? Because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a design flaw, that it was the battery. And they refused to send me a new battery and stand by their product, which I was a little disappointed with. I said to the guy, like, I don't think this is doing what it needs to do. It's not lasting as long as you guys have advertised. I think my battery's faulty. And they gave me a bunch of troubleshooting techniques. So fair enough. I tried those techniques. They didn't work. So I reached out again and they told me to wait because they're working on a new battery, and to purchase that when it comes out. And I'm like, really? You're gonna make me spend more money on a product I'm not 100% satisfied with? So I didn't like the support team for this product, which again, if you're not gonna stand behind your product, that sends up some red flags. And again, let's go to the charging. They advertise that it will give you 5 extra hours, 3.5 to 5 extra hours on top of this battery. Okay, so basically if you were to get 5, it would give you 7, right? Potentially. It's not that's not happening. Okay, I was lucky to get maybe an hour and a half extra with this battery, and for it to be 10,800 milliamp. I've read that people who own the Bobo S3 VR headset are getting up to 5 hours of play, even with the fan on. Okay, so this I was getting an extra hour and a half on top of my battery, and that was if the battery was actually working. Sometimes I was getting not that much longer because it wasn't charging, even though it said it was charging. So there was something up with this battery. So I really feel like, to conclude this video, because there's not much I can really talk about it, I feel like they're so close to having a really good headset here. It's no Bobo S3, right? There's no fan, there's no, control on the side, but it's a headset that, if it did what it was supposed to do, wouldn't be half bad, right? And the price is 95 Canadian. When I bought it, there was a $10 off coupon, so I got it for 85 Canadian. I saw it on the US Amazon for about 69 or 70. Don't hold me to it. Again, I'm Canadian. I look at the American prices briefly, but I don't memorize them. But anyways, I will put the link in the description for both Canada and the US, and you guys can check it out. Maybe this might be a headset for you. Maybe you haven't had any problems with it and you own it already. There's been some people on Amazon that have been super happy with it, and there's been a lot of people that have been unhappy. And to give you a bit of, to paint a picture, this had like 4.4 out of 5 stars when I bought it. Now it's gone down to 4, and a lot of the reviews aren't 5. Okay, they're not 5 stars. There's a lot of 4s, there's a lot of 3s, and a lot of the people that are complaining about this headset are complaining about this guy right here. So I really feel like this is the common denominator of what's making this headset not very good. People are complaining about it coming loose, like me, about the weight, the sound, and again, a lot of people don't like the sound, so I'll shut up and you guys can listen. I don't mind it if it were to only do it once or twice, right? Put it on, take it off. I don't mind it. But again, when it's coming loose, you're hearing this thing go off and you're hearing this go boop, boop, boop. It feels like you have R2-D2 in the room with you. So I really feel like ANNAPRO, if you see this video and you're listening, fix this, okay? You said you're working on something. If I can give you any advice here, I would not make it round unless it's going to be a very thin battery. I would actually rather have something similar to what Bobo has, a little slot on the top where you just put like a battery that's more ergonomic. And another thing about this battery too is this is my carrying case here. This is a pain in the butt to try to put somewhere in the case. It's big, it's bulky, it takes up a lot of space, it's heavy. So overall, I would give this headset, if this headset had a different battery, I'd give it around an 8 out of 10. Okay, I don't like that they don't have really any type of venting, something to help with the heat. I'm not a fan of this ice silk. It is comfortable, but when you're sweating in it, it gets really gross. The back of the headset was very comfortable. Overall, I never felt like this headset was gonna fall off. When I was doing Beat Saber, if I was doing golf, if I was doing, mini putt, or even a sit-down game, like, I felt like this is a good Halo strap that could be used for all different types of gamers and gaming for VR. But the battery ruins it. The battery, I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10, to be honest, maybe 6.5. The battery doesn't work. It's bulky, it's annoying, it's loud, and I really think it ruins a headset that could potentially be a contender for some of the top brands out there. And I've looked at ANNAPRO's website. They have some good stuff. It looks like they have some decent carrying cases. Their other headsets seem to be pretty, ergonomically good and slick. So I didn't want this to be a negative review for this headset, but I feel like since I bought it with my own money, I have to be honest. And there's a lot of people out there looking for headsets. So if you come across this, and you come across my video and you come across this headset looking on your Amazon page, just remember there are some flaws with this headset. The good thing about Amazon is they have a great return policy. So if you want to try it out, you go ahead, spend the money, try it out. You might like it, you might love it. But if you don't love it, you can always send it back, as long as you don't wait too long. So anyways, guys, if this video, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more. And again, I will put the link in the description below for the Canadian and the American ANNAPRO headset. So anyways, guys, see you next time. Take care.